that come from?
This reminds me of a joke.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 comedic moments in action movies.
F you, asshole. F you, asshole.
For this list, we'll be focusing on intentionally, but somewhat unexpectedly, humorous moments in films that concentrated more on action than on laughs. Number 10. Let's Dance, Kickboxer.
What am I supposed to learn here? Learn later. First, relax.
In this martial arts classic, Jean-Claude Van Damme decides to take a break from his tournament prepping by showing us his lighter side.
It's good stuff. What is this?
Translated, kiss of death.
This involves drunkenness at a local Bangkok bar, which quickly turns into an awkward dance number. Even more hysterical is how this spurs a few of the other patrons to start a fight, as they think his dancing is related to the taunts by Van Damme's instructor.
I tell them you say they know good fighters and that their mother have sex with mules.
Who was just trying to speed along his students' training. Number 9. Harry's Dream, True Lies.
Just sit back.
Okay.
If you were a spy, as well as action king Arnold Schwarzenegger, you wouldn't take a con man hitting on your wife.
Married to some boring jerk.
Married to some boring jerk.
Yeah, you know he doesn't appreciate her.
In True Lies, Arnie investigates such sexual advances by Bill Paxton's Simon, who is a used car salesman posing as a spy.
Just let yourself slip into the role.
While we don't know exactly what Arnie as Harry will do,
Oh, God, she's got the most incredible body and a pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
we're led to believe that he goes with his first brutal impulse, while literally and figuratively being driven to the breaking point.
Ass like a 10-year-old boy.
Number 8. My Kingdom for a Horse, Thor. Nothing sucks more than being banished into an environment where nothing appears to be what it appears to be. In this scene from Thor, the poor exiled son of Odin goes out in search of some mere transportation.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
After spotting some animals in their cages at a neighborhood pet store, the demoted god of thunder enters and awkwardly demands a steed.
I need a horse!
Even more hilarious is his inquiry for flat-out, non-existent alternatives.
We don't have horses, just dogs, cats, birds.
And give me one of those large enough to ride.
Number 7. It's Me, X-Men.
Thanks. Don't mention it.
In the climax of the first installment in the X-Men film series, Charles Xavier's finest are pitted against Magneto's henchmen on Liberty Island.
This is mine.
When the team divides to handle each of the villains separately, it's Logan who's forced to contend with the persuasive and seductive shapeshifter known as Mystique. When he rendezvous back with the group,
You're not part of the group.
a skeptical Cyclops demands that he prove himself to be the real Wolverine, which he does.
Hey, it's me.
Prove it.
You're a dick.
Okay.
Number 6. Valuable Commodity, Waterworld.
Nothing's free in Waterworld.
In this post-apocalyptic tale, drifters of a now landless Earth abide by a code that mandates they stop for one another to exchange salvaged goods.
I do have something that'll make you change your mind.
After refusing to sell his female passengers, Costner's character is eventually offered a bargaining chip that he couldn't pass on. However, it's not merely the item itself that makes this moment hilarious, but also the seller's reaction to its sight.
Paper. Have you ever seen paper? Look at it.
Who knew that worn-out printed type could smell so good?
I've been saving it for special trade.
Number 5. Ladies' Night, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Arnold is back as one of cinema's most iconic cyborgs. But before he can get to some ass-kicking, he must first find some appropriate attire to cover his own. Ass, that is.
You're supposed to go around to the back.
He starts his search in a nearby establishment, similar to where his Model 101 cousin began in the second film. Unfortunately, this Terminator's bar choice falls short, given the festivities of the evening.
Take off your clothes.
Patience, honey.
Lucky for Arnie, though, the ladies are not the only ones ready to party. Number 4. Dying of Laughter, Death Wish 3.
We heard shots. What happened?
I sent them a message.
In this scene from Death Wish 3, Charles Bronson is robbed by the most bizarre hooligan ever to be put to film.
The Giggler. That's his name. He laughs when he runs. Nobody catches him.
Jesus, he really moves.
Upon seeing an opportunity for larceny, the kooky criminal, appropriately nicknamed the Giggler, begins to, well, giggle. His nonsensical laughter continues after he successfully snatches Bronson's camera. An action for which his laughter is permanently silenced. This leads to even more laughs in the form of bland cries of both joy and sadness from local residents and gang members. Number 3. Full Regalia, Django Unchained.
Who made this goddamn shit? Willard's wife. You make your own goddamn match.
Normally, an encounter with a group of hot-blooded racists would be something to dread. But in this instance from Quentin Tarantino's Western, it's an outright hilarious experience.
Well, if all I had to do was cut a hole in a bag, I could have cut it better than this.
In this scene, before a group of would-be Klan members proceeds with their raid on the unsuspecting titular character and his benefactor,
we're gonna whoop that lover to death.
they enter into a farcical feud over how poorly their bag masks were made.
I can't see shit out of this thing.
And whether or not they should continue wearing them in their ambush.
We all think the bag was a nice idea.
Yeah.
But not pointing any fingers, they could have been done better. So how about no bags this time? But next time, we do the bags right, and then we go full regalia.
Number 2, Hulk vs. Loki, The Avengers. In this superhero film's climactic New York war zone sequence, the supervillain, Loki, is given an up-close and personal encounter with the strongest and toughest member of the Avengers.
I am a god, you dull creature!
Confronting the enraged Green Gargantuan, the self-proclaimed god is unexpectedly grabbed and given a complimentary Hulk smash beating that had theater audiences everywhere cheering and laughing all at once.
Puny god.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You betray the law! No! Take it down! Take it! Sick elephant!
Is that the one with the article on deep-sea fishing?
Yeah.
What's happening in my mouth?
You got numb tongue?
Numb tongue?
I can fix that.
Was the ship what? Romulan. What? Romulan.
Number 1. The gun is mightier than the sword. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Taking the top spot on our list is a comic relief moment from the hero that repopularized the fedora. While searching for leads to the titular artifact in Cairo, Dr. Jones and his partner Marion are forced to separate after being intercepted by locals under their Nazi rivals' payroll. After contending with their attackers, Indy's search for his companion is briefly interrupted when yet another henchman appears and challenges him to a duel, and he effortlessly obliges. Do you agree with our list? With so many other action movies loaded with comedy, we're sure we might have missed a few. So, which had a comedic moment you couldn't stop laughing at?
You know, maybe I'm talking to the wrong person here.
For more hilarious and action-packed top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.